Welcome to River Valley Community College. This is our main campus in Claremont, New Hampshire. We also have two academic centers, one in Keene, where our students attend their courses on the campus of Keene State College, and the other in Lebanon, New Hampshire. River Valley is one of 7 in the community college system of New Hampshire. We're affordable and close to home.
Hello, I'm Alfred Williams, president at River Valley Community College, and I just want to welcome you to River Valley. We have a dedicated group of faculty and staff that are here to make your educational experience successful.
When you enter the Claremont campus, you'll be greeted at the one-stop front desk. This is where all of the admissions, financial aid, registrar, and business offices are located. Because we're small and give personal attention to every one of our students, you can drop in anytime to meet with us. The Puxta Library is located just as you enter the Claremont campus. Our librarian and staff are here to help you with your research with our online River Valley Discovery Service. The digital library features an academic search engine that you can access 24/7 to find ebooks, videos, articles, and other scholarly resources. It's quiet, comfortable, and set up for your success. For health and wellness, try our treadmills designed to let you study while you exercise.
Hi everyone, I'm Morgan and I work here at the Advising Career and Transfer Center. We refer to this as the ACT or the ACT. So in this department we have advising for general studies and liberal arts. We also have early college. Jerry is our coordinator for that program. So if you're a high school student that would like to come in and learn more about that program, he is always available to talk with you or your parents. We also have transfer services here at the ACT, so if you're interested in transferring to a four-year institution after, come see us and we'll help give you some of that information.
You'll find River Valley Community College has faculty and staff that truly care about you and your educational journey. Many students start here, earn an associate's degree, and go right to work, while others take advantage of our transfer agreements with the University System of New Hampshire and other private schools and universities. Most liberal art core courses and general education credits earned here will transfer wherever you go. Get involved while attending River Valley with our student government, clubs, and Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Starting your first 2 years of college close to home and at a fraction of the cost just makes sense. Thank you for joining us for this virtual tour. Get started on a degree or certificate program today by completing our free online application at rivervalley.edu and soar into your future.
Welcome. My name is Suzanne Gronwald, and we're here again with River Valley Community College, and wanted to thank everybody out there on the YouTube land for viewing our videos. We've been bringing you live virtual open houses all month in this month of August 2020, and now it's coming to an end. I feel the fall in the air, and it's just making me think about all the beauty of the fall and what it brings. And I hope folks at home that have watched our videos that are thinking about coming to college have also felt that brisk, fresh fall air and want to do something different this year. So we have a whole show lined up for you tonight. We're going to introduce you to our program directors for the medical assistant program, the medical administrative assistant program, and the nursing program, as well as our ACT Center, which is our advising career and transfer center. And of course, I will have Alfred Williams joining me, the president of the college. He's here tonight as well. But first, I want to show you a video that Alfred and I did today. We took a little quick tour of the campus and wanted to show folks at home and the students that are coming what is in store when you enter the building at River Valley Community College. So let's look at the video and then we'll be back with Alfred and the rest of the crew.
Greetings, students. Welcome back. We're really excited to have you return to campus. I'm going to go over some safety protocols that we've put in place for your return. If you notice, I'm in the back parking lot here on the Claremont campus. This is where you're going to park this year, in the back, and you're going to enter through the back door. I know many of you have already done that before, but some of you have entered to the front. We're going to reserve the front for faculty and staff and the back for students. And I'm going to show you how it works. Your badge is only going to work in the back door. So I'm going to put my mask on and we'll go ahead inside. And when we get inside, I'm going to show you some new machine we have, which is going to take your temperature and authorize you to enter the building. So come on in and we'll take a look. So when we enter the building, please do not proceed up the stairway, but instead enter into the hallway, and we have a check-in station for you. We have face masks if you need a face mask, and we have wipes and hand sanitizer right here. What I'm going to do now is we're going to spin around and I'm going to show you the thermal imager machine. Okay, I'm going to take my mask off to show you how the thermal imager interacts when you enter without a mask.
Please wear your face mask.
Did you hear that? It told me, please wear your face mask. I will put it on.
Temperature is normal.
It took my temperature, determined it was normal, and so I'm now able to enter the building. If your temperature is too high and says temperature is not normal, we ask that you please go home and work remotely for the day. Reach out to your instructor and let them know that your temperature was too high to enter the building. In addition, we have many other safety protocols that have been put in place. Of course, obviously the 6 feet distancing that we're asking everyone to do, but we have these handy sheets up that remind everyone of all the different safety measures we have in place. In addition, on the student tab on our website, it is important that you complete the form that you're coming to campus each day before you come to campus. This is very important in case we have a COVID case on campus, because it will allow us to quickly do contact tracing and reach out to people that may have potentially been exposed. If you do have a case of COVID, you should contact Jen Canoia, the Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, as quickly as possible so that we can then begin that contact tracing. We are very excited about having you back on campus. We have been planning all summer. In our Lebanon campus, we have a very similar setup where we have these 2 machines at both of our entrances, and you would follow exactly the same format. Protocols are in place. On King's campus, you will follow the King State protocols. When you visit our Cheshire house, we will take your temperature and authorize you to enter the building. So we have been planning all summer for your return. And I am so excited, and believe me, under my mask, I am smiling. Welcome back.
I love it. Smiling behind your mask, Alfred. That was classic. And I would like to introduce our president of the River Valley Community College, Alfred Williams, who's joining us live on this Zoom meeting tonight. How are you, Alfred?
Good, Suzanne. I'm going to pop out of the way here and see that so everyone can see the front of the building, because, as we just went through in that video, students are going to be entering through the back of the building. So the front of the building looks beautiful as ever, and I just wanted to let people have a look at it before we get started here tonight.
All right. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It's the technology at the college that's going to help keep everybody safe is awesome. Putting in the automatic thermal scanners so folks can get their temperature taken as they enter will keep everybody safe. And the mask reminder is really great. The robot tells you when you need to put your mask on. I love it.
I have to say, Suzanne, every time I walk by, I can't help but stand in front and get my temperature read.
Same here. I did it several times today just to have fun with it. So hopefully students will embrace it in that way as well. So Alfred, we're really creeping up on the start of classes on Monday, the 31st of August, but we do have other offerings. So if there are folks at home who have not yet been able to get their things together and get ready to come back to college, we have offerings for you. We have what's called late start classes. And late start classes only mean that our schedule is a little bit more condensed. Most of them start on October 5th. So you have time, you still have time to come to college this fall. And I just wondered, Alfred, if you'd like to talk about, the opportunities that students have when they come on time next Monday, or they enter in October in the late start classes.
Yeah, I know, Suzanne, that you're processing admissions applications by the boatloads every day, and I know you love to work, so I know you want more of them, right?
Of course.
But the Monday we start classes. If you still time to fill out your admissions application and get in for classes that start on Monday. But if you don't make it by Monday, there's still other opportunities, because as you said, we have our late start classes that start. Those are classes that are very popular, and oftentimes students that enroll in regular start will add a late start class at a later date. So even if you're going to be new to the college, if you want to come in, get things situated, we can get you ready for a class now, and then have a class ready to go in about a month that comes online. Those late start classes tend to move a little quicker. They're condensed, but students really enjoy them, because if you don't have a lot of time and you want to get through your degree as quickly as possible, they play a vital role in helping you do that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's on tap for the late starts are your core classes like college composition, intro to psychology, human development. There's an accounting course, a personal finance course. So those are all really great courses that you need for most majors in any college. So if you're at home and you're taking classes online and you want to add a second class or a third class, that's a great opportunity to do so. And the other population that might be very interested in this is the high school students. So most high schools are doing a hybrid model. They're in class sometimes, they're going to be working remotely sometimes. So adding a late start class is a great way to get college credit while you're still in high school. So there's a great opportunity there for those folks as well.
Yeah, and through our Running Start and our early college programs for high school students, we're always stressing that the more credits that you can do while you're in high school, the faster you get through college. And when you hear people talk about the high cost of college and debt and everything, when you can get enough to have a semester or 2 semesters already done by the time you graduate high school, that just really puts you in an advantage at saving money and graduating quickly.
Absolutely. And there are all kinds of scholarships available. There are grants available through the state of New Hampshire. So New Hampshire residents have somewhat of an advantage, even with the early college, where they can qualify for some discount. Certainly all high school students qualify for discounted rates, but there's many, many things to talk about. So if you're a high school student and you're interested in coming to River Valley, come talk to me in the admissions area at River Valley Community College, because I have so much to tell you. It's so exciting. We have so much money to give away between the state grants and the scholarships that we have ramped up this year for college.
You know, Suzanne, I just want to point out before we move on to the next that this is a real exciting time to start college if you're not enrolled yet, because there's such a buzz going around River Valley. You know, when we had to all go work remotely and finish classes online last March, there's just a desire from our faculty, from our staff, to have students back, and there's a real buzz. And so it's a real good time to start. And so if you're nervous and you think you can't do college at this time, you know, we can help you. We can make sure that, you know, there's no need to take a gap year. You can get credits. You can get a head start. All those late start classes you noted are all gateway classes into all kinds of programs. So reach out and we will get you enrolled.
Yeah, and again, I just want to stress the fact that it is not too late. There are so many things that we can do to get you started right away. We have payment plans. So if you're signing up for classes today, you can spread out the payments over a couple of months. If you have already filed a FAFSA with another college maybe, or had intended to go away but decided not to, you can just transfer the FAFSA information over to River Valley and we can get you the financial aid just like you can at any other school. So we're working hard right now. It's the crunch time. I feel like we're racehorses to, you know, trying to reach the finish line, but the finish line really is when you graduate, when the students come across the stage and earn their diploma and feel so awesome about accomplishing something. So this is just a short race to finish this first lap, right? And then we'll get to the finish line eventually.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, I love that you said that we wait for graduates to get across the stage. So after we passed out diplomas during COVID with our masks on and went to people's houses this year, I think we'll say, get across the stage or we're at your house with a mask. Either way, we'll get the graduation.
Right. We'll come to your house and deliver that diploma if you don't get there. All right. Well, great. Thank you, Alfred. I know you're staying on the call so we can chat again, but I wanted to introduce our next guest, who is Lisa Gould. Lisa is the program director for the medical assistant and the medical administrative assistant programs at the college. Welcome, Lisa. Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Suzanne. Well,
Lisa, you can start. Yeah, I would love for you to start and tell us a little bit about both of the programs that you are offering, and tell us about your students and, you know, where they come from and where they end up and what kinds of jobs they get into when they're finished with the medical assistant and medical administrative assistant programs.
So both of the programs that I'm the director of are both certificate programs, but they can also lead later on to earning an associate's degree. And I have many students take that option either at the same time or come back, the next year or several years later. The medical administrative assistant is also a medical secretary. They are doing all the administrative parts of a job at a doctor's office or at the hospital. They check in the patients and verify their insurance and make copies of medical records. They're really the first person that you will see when you check into the doctor's office. It's only 6 courses. So if someone started now, they could take 3 courses in the fall and 3 in the spring and graduate in May. They also have the option of saving 1 or 2 courses for the summer, still being able to, walk across the stage or earn their diploma in August after they finish the summer courses. All of the classes from the medical administrative assistant program go directly into the medical assistant program. So students have the option of earning 2 certificates. If they like just the administrative, they can just take the 6 classes. If they want to come back the next year and finish the medical assistant program, I'd love to have them. The demand for both positions is huge because there's always openings in the medical assistant field. The majority of my students were all offered positions before they even graduated this year. Some of them had multiple job offers. The great thing about the medical assistant program at River Valley is you are eligible to sit for the national CMA AAMA exam. There's no other programs around at local hospitals or online that offer this credential. You must attend an accredited program at an accredited college. And once you sit for the exam and pass it, you are nationally certified. You can go to any state in the United States and you already have your credential.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so that's for the medical assistant program. And that you said earlier that you have a certificate in both the medical assistant and the medical administrative assistant, and then the 2-year associate degree. So what do students do when they have just the certificate? They take the 6 courses in medical administrative assistant and they finish up. What types of jobs do they go to? What types of entry level medical fields?
The medical administrative assistant is also like a medical secretary, a unit secretary. It's different names at different hospitals. I was meeting before with the HR and different job fairs with, for instance, Dartmouth Hitchcock, and they assured me that students that graduate from the program and have their certificate start at a higher rate of pay than somebody that doesn't. And they often want to scoop the students up. Like after they finish the first semester, they're already seeing that they just have 1 more semester to go and are offering them employment just because they see that they've taken courses like medical terminology. They have that advantage over another applicant because it shows that they've already begun to take those courses of study and how they'll apply to their new career. The medical assistants are being scooped up everywhere. I wish I had 50 more students because I almost get daily inquiries on people looking for medical assistants. They are hired everywhere. I have students attend from Vermont, all over New Hampshire, and last year's graduates were all offered employment. I have them all the way up in Vermont and all the way down at Cheshire and at Monadnock, Alice Peck Day, Dartmouth Hitchcock. There's a wide variety of opportunities. If anyone goes on and looks for a job and Google's medical assistant, they'll see that there are openings everywhere, all cities and all small hospitals.
I was astonished at when I was in your room and had a chance to do some photography with your class last year at the variety and wide span of ages of your students, right? So you had some that were right out of high school, they were taking the medical assistant program, and you had some that were clearly in their 2nd or maybe 3rd career at that point. Talk about that, the diversity in your classroom and how that helps students in their learning process.
Well, as President Williams said, it's always smart to start in high school if you can. And I faculty partner at several area high schools with the Project Running Start courses. And so I meet some students that are 16 and 17 years old that already know that they're going to go in the health career field because it's huge. It will always be the demand. People are always going to need healthcare, especially with the baby boomer age. So them start as young as that. I have a lot of LNAs that have worked as LNAs for a long time and decide to return. So I will have students in the classroom from right after high school all the way up into 60 years old. Is always a good time to start a new career. And it's, moves relatively quickly. I work with each student and design a schedule that makes it possible for them to attend while they are working full time, while they are juggling their kids, especially now if they're, online teaching, helping their kids learn at home, then you can be online learning too. The program has a lot of courses that are 100% online and some that are hybrid, which is where you come in and have some face-to-face classes on campus, and then you do the rest of the work. So it's a very flexible schedule that works with the student that is 18 and the student that is 60.
And both of your programs are financial aid eligible. So if students are worried about the cost of the education, you can fill out the FAFSA, and it is a program that will allow you to get financial aid. And like I said earlier, there are so many scholarships and grants available as well. So Lisa, anything else you'd like to say about either of your two programs at River Valley?
I would say if you want more information, to please reach out. I'd be happy to discuss the programs more, and you can begin any semester. So if you don't have the opportunity to start next week, hopefully you consider the late start program, or talk to me about getting prepared to begin in January.
And Lisa, you're always very accessible to our applicants. I know you take a great interest in each and every one of them that applies to the program. So thank you for that. And we appreciate the input that you have with the students. I know you take each and every one of them very under your wing and make sure that they get to that finish line we were talking about earlier.
Thank you. Yes, I feel it's very important to reach out right away as soon as they apply so that they have a person that they know that they can contact. And I'm happy to give anybody a call or set up a Zoom meeting, whatever they need to help, ease maybe some of their anxiety about being a new college student.
Suzanne, I just want to jump in and reiterate, I know we talked about this last week, that River Valley was ranked #1 in the country from faculty to student ratio. And, what Lisa's talking about in the program is just an example of how our faculty are always ready to go and help students and go the extra mile, and they get to know their faculty. So it's a real advantage at River Valley.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you, Lisa Gould. She's the program director for medical assistant, medical administrative assistant, and we will see you around campus. But right now we have another very special guest joining us. This is a very busy lady, I would say. She is the program director for the nursing department. There are many, many things to do as the program director and department chair, but she found time to join us tonight, and that is Denise Ruby. Welcome, Denise.
Hi, Suzanne. Great to be here. So we have a lot of programs now in nursing at River Valley Community College. We have a great progression for anyone that wants to start as an LNA. You can start as an LPN, or you can start as an RN. You can start as an LNA and work your way all the way up to an RN. So there's a lot of different entry points for anyone that really wants to have a nursing career. We have nursing at all 3 locations now, Lebanon, Claremont, and Keene, which is great. So we're really kind of available to anyone in any area at this point. You were asking Lisa about the age group. Well, we have students from high school all the way up to their 50s. And I was one of those older than 50 that decided to go through a career change. And we have a lot of people that do that. And we have a lot of men that decide to get out of engineering and come in to become nurses. So it's a real wide variety of students. So no matter how old or young you are, you should be able to feel welcome and come to our school.
And, I'll interject here, Denise, because I think it's important for folks at home to know that the nursing program is the most popular program at the college. Just the healthcare fields in general are booming right now, but we have in the admissions area, so many applicants to the nursing program. There's a couple of things that applicants should know. First of all, the deadline to apply to the nursing program for the fall is December 31st.
Yes.
So right now we're working on fall 2021.
Yeah.
And we highly encourage students to start working on their co-requisites and prerequisites before they come into the nursing program. So there are a lot of courses that you can take ahead of time. You don't have to wait until you're accepted to the nursing program. You take them ahead of time. And honestly, the more classes you take ahead of time, the better chances you are to getting into the program as the team looks at the admissions application. It is very competitive, and there is an entrance exam it's rigorous. And, we highly recommend that students study for that entrance exam. Do you want to talk about the T's, Denise, and that process?
Well, one of the things is that we have tried to make the entrance or admission process objective. That way, no one can, it's fair across the board. So it's very objective. The T's is one of the methods that we use. It is a very rigorous test. One of the things that really helps, and when Suzanne was talking about some of the courses to take, if you take anatomy and physiology, you're going to do better on the science. If you take one of the math courses, you're going to do better on the math section. If you take college comp, you're going to do better on the reading. So all of those courses will help you not only do better in the T's, but we also give points for the sciences. And so all of these points add up. And then because it is a rigorous program, the students that we get in, we keep and they graduate. We have over 80% retention rate. So, but in order to do that, you have to be ready to come in. One of the other reasons why you take all of those courses beforehand is because it's very rigorous when you get into the nursing program. So it's hard to fit in the schedule and some of the other courses. It's not impossible, and we've had some students do it, but you won't have a life. And so it's much easier if you can get some of those things done. And also you want to have good grades. You want to know what, you want to be able to take these courses and understand things so that you'll be an excellent nurse. We don't want mediocre nurses. We're turning out excellent nurses.
And Denise, that rigor is important because as I know that you're very proud of the fact that over the last 2 years, 100% of our graduates passed the licensing exam. And this year, I think that we had all but one graduate passed, but that when on the retake, the graduate passed. So ultimately every graduate passed. Yeah. I don't know why it still doesn't count as a full pass, but that's the rules. But everyone who's graduated over the last 3 years has passed the licensing exam.
And they've gotten jobs, and they've gotten very good jobs. They have very well-paying jobs. Nurses are in demand, high in demand. It's very competitive, but in fact, the first year that Alfred came to the pinning ceremony, he was very impressed that every student that went by said, and I'm working at Dartmouth at this unit, and I'm working at APD at this unit, and I'm working here and then working there. And they all had jobs before they even graduated. So really, if you come into our nursing program, if you want to be a nurse and you work hard at it, you're going to make it through and you're going to end up with a really great career. So we have I can't say enough about our faculty. Part of the reason that we have such a great program is that we have faculty that many of them are still working in the field as clinicians. They are dedicated to support students. Anytime somebody is struggling, they're looking at the grades and saying, come on, what do you need help with? Let's sit down and do this. We have a lot of other support within the college, but I know within the nursing program, all of my faculty are ready to jump in and help any student that they can. So I feel like that really does contribute. And we have a great simulation lab, which I can't get Alfred to be one of our standardized patients yet because he's afraid of those mannequins, but we do have a wonderful simulation lab. And we also have a school that has a lot of disciplines that all of our health careers, they all work in the hospital. Our OTA and PTA and the MLTs and the MAs, all of our health careers work together in the hospital or in a clinical setting. And we're starting to do some of that interdisciplinary simulation so that when they get out, they know us. They have friends out there and they can count on them wherever they're working. So
Denise, that's great. And your faculty is amazing. I have had the pleasure of working with them both in the Keene and Claremont and Lebanon locations. I did want to just, because we have to wrap up with you, we have
Okay.
one more guest tonight. I wanted to mention that our LPN program, that deadline is coming right up on September 30th.
Yeah.
It is a spring semester start, which is late January. Again, it's very competitive. So if you're interested in the LPN program, now's the time to get your application in, get the TEAS exam done, but make sure you study before you take it. And that deadline again is September 30th for the January start. So Denise, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about the nursing department?
No, just if anybody wants to come by, well, actually, I guess I shouldn't say that now. But if anyone, when we're all available again on campus and things, when COVID is over, then please, you're welcome to come by and come in and see us. I guess that would be the thing.
Yep, and the simulation lab and the nursing lab is incredible. The live, well, he's not really live. The simulated mannequins, they allow students to work on patients with the simulation of what kinds of things they would do in the hospital. So it's fantastic, and students should come and check it out at some point. So we'll do another video.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, our virtual tour video, we've been showing it the last couple of weeks, so it's time to do a new one. So as soon as those nurses get back in on campus next week, we'll be up there with the video cameras. We'll have to share some new stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Denise Ruby. She's the department chair for the nursing area, and we appreciate you being here with us tonight. All right, Alfred, we have one more very special guest. This is Morgan Saylor. Morgan is in charge. She's the director of the Advising Career and Transfer Center. We call it the ACT Center. Welcome, Morgan. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure. It's so nice to see you. And, you know, the ACT Center is just the acronym, right? But the three words that make that up are so important to our students. So advising, career, and transfer. And I know your background is a lot in the career and the transfer, but why don't you give us an overview of the three aspects of the program? And I'm going to share my screen with you because I think you may have something to show me. So just give me a second to do that while you're talking about that.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I do have a PowerPoint just because we are so much more than just advising, career, and transfer. We have a lot of other resources. So once we can get that up and going, I will.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, just give me
that's
one
okay. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. We can totally go off the cuff and.
Well, you know, as you're figuring that out, I'm just looking at the screen and realizing we're like a hockey line because the three of us are across. we are the hockey people at the college, with Suzanne's sons being very active in hockey, Morgan being consistently playing hockey, and me playing. Well, I used to play hockey when I was younger. Morgan, you still do it, but we make up.
What's a hockey player? Always a hockey player. So it looks like I'm center. We have a right wing and a left wing. We've got some defense. So we're ready to go.
That's awesome. 2 out of 3 of my boys played defense, and one was a forward. So really, we have a full line now.
We have a full line. We're missing a goalie, but that's okay. We don't need that.
Okay, Morgan, you're all set to share your screen.
So I'm sharing it right now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to kind of highlight some of the services that we do have, because we, like I said, we're so much more than just advising, career, and transfer. Those are definitely 3 really important aspects of River Valley Community College, but we have a lot more than that. So once you are accepted into the college, so you've met with Suzanne and her team, you will be paired up with an advisor. So that's really important. That person's going to map out your courses. They're going to ask you a lot of questions about your career, your aspirations, your, finding your purpose, what those education and career goals should really be. And then the other question is transfer too. We really want to know if you're interested in going to a 4-year college, because that can really make a difference in what classes you choose to sign up for. We work with a lot of different colleges, whether it's in New Hampshire or Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts. So there's a lot of different transfer options out there. There's a lot of merit scholarships available. And we're also working with a lot of different colleges on articulation agreements as well. So that's really important to know about us, and especially for prospective students as you're looking at River Valley. Another support service is tutoring. I know you had Rebecca on last week, so I'm just going to kind of touch upon that. We really want to make sure that our students are well supported, not just in the content area, but also study skills. So having a really strong foundation of time management, organizational skills, so that you're ready to take on those really hard classes like anatomy and physiology. If you are going into allied health or nursing, those are really important. If you're interested in a tutor, you can go right on our website. You can even use the search bar and put in tutoring, and there's a fillable form on there. And also Rebecca's information's on there, so if you want to connect with her, you can do that. And Rebecca's setting up a lot of different workshops too, just to kind of support those kind of foundational learning elements so that you're ready to take on your classes at River Valley. And then 3 weeks ago, we added Tara Strong to our team. So she's really heading student life. We're really excited about that. That's such an important part of college, to really be connected. We've got lots of different types of clubs that you could be a part of. Student Government Association is one. We also have the food pantry, and I really want to kind of give a shout out to Student Government Association and New Hampshire Food Bank, because we're able to do this because of those two organizations and groups. The food pantry is a really important part of the college. It's free to all of our students. As you can see, we have snacks. We have enough food there that you can really put a meal together for dinner. So we're really proud of that. This is obviously a picture of Claremont's food pantry, but we have one in Lebanon, and we also have one in Keene as well.
And Morgan, I just want to jump in and say that this is something that we're really proud of at the college, the food pantry, but we also want students to take advantage of it. We know that there are a lot of students that have families, that they're in class, that there's not a lot of time, and we try to put recipes up and other things so that you can grab things, and it's really so that you can make a meal at home easily and go for and keep on your studies.
Yeah, we have really busy students that have busy lives. Many of them have families at home, so we really want to make this accessible and easy for you. So that's one of the services that we provide. We also have some scholarship opportunities. So if you go on our website and you check out the scholarships, I am one of the administrators for Project Rise, so that's one option. We also have Perkins Grant. So that's for any student that is in all of our allied health, nursing programs, basically all the programs except for liberal arts and general studies. That scholarship, if you are eligible, can cover a free class and possibly a book as well. So check out those opportunities on our website. We also have lots of partnerships with local organizations. We've talked about New Hampshire Food Bank, but also New London Hospital, Dartmouth Hitchcock. We've had some different trainings like childhood trauma, lead poisoning with them, and Southwestern Community Services. We have the bus that kind of serves the greater area that transports some of our students for free if they need a ride to class. So this is Career Coach. This is a really important feature that we have here at River Valley, especially if you are a prospective student and you want to go to college, but you're really not sure what you want to do. You could visit this site. It's right on our website. And you can take an assessment to kind of get some ideas and research different careers. It will show you different wage information, the top employers in the local labor market area that's hiring. What's great about this is that it also connects you with the programs that we have here at River Valley. There's also a resume builder. I'm not a huge fan of resume templates, but what I like about this feature is that you can save it as a Word doc and then go back and work on it. We also have work opportunities. So if you are an employer and you're watching this and you want to advertise for free some of your job opportunities, whether it's an internship, part-time, full-time job, you can do that as well.
All right. Well, Morgan, thank you. That's such great information. And I know there's been a lot of students taking advantage of the Career Coach app on our website. It's great because it can take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it's fantastic. You have one more slide to show me?
I do, yeah. It's just a quick one just about following us on Instagram for student life or anything that's happening career-wise. We have some student government stuff, and we also have a workshop that we're going to be offering as well. It's kind of like a college 101, how to be successful as a student and understanding how to kind of navigate all of our systems at River Valley.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Morgan Saylor, for joining us tonight. And thank you for all the information about the Advising Career and Transfer Center. We really appreciate you getting the word out because I think it's such a vital part of River Valley. So, Alfred, we need to wrap this up, but any last words before we get ready for the start of the semester next week?
I'm just excited to start on Monday. We're looking forward to students coming back to campus, and those students that are taking online classes. We're looking forward to seeing you in the classroom remotely. We're gonna have a successful semester, and everyone's put a lot of work in, and we're pumped up for the start of the semester. So we'll see you on Monday.
All right. And folks at home, thanks for joining us for another edition of River Valley Community College Live. We will be back with more programming for you in the near future. So take care, and don't forget, rivervalley.edu is how you get in touch with us if you'd like to apply or come to the college. Good night, everybody.